Today we're going to talk about types of things that can be custom made. There's so many things that can be custom made. Most people don't know they can do it. These are things that are available to them that they can make specifically for themselves. Outfits. Now some people know it, a lot of people know it, but in different parts of the world, it's something that is commonly done anyway. You want to make an outfit, you get it made for you. But in some parts of the world, it's not something that is very common. They don't even know that you can actually make your outfit. They don't actually know that it can be made for you and to fit you the way you want it. And a lot of people who are into making outfits, for those who know about it, are usually into it because they just don't want something that everybody else. They just don't want something that everybody finds in the market. They enjoy their uniqueness. They love how unique. They love still having a sense of style. They love, not fitting into the status quo. So outfits, and it comes in various shape or form. There are people that only their outing outfit that they make, like suits, bespoke dresses. I don't know if there's any such thing, but yes, bespoke dresses, like couture, like ballroom dresses, prom dresses, things of that higher, like you're going for a big event. So people will make those. And then there are people who actually even custom make to their casuals, as much as that's how far they are. Even making a t-shirt, they will custom make their t-shirt. Because there are so many things that tie into this. For those people that are into custom making t-shirt, it's probably because they want they like quality. They like quality fabric, because it's very hard to get quality fabric these days. Even when it's branded, even when it's one of those high-end branding. It's like everybody does the same thing of going to China and or going to wherever place they get it. And it's just a matter of, tagging big brand name on it, and everybody pays a big brand name price. So, but big brand doesn't always mean quality. And not that I'm saying that custom making is always quality, but it gives you a choice it gives you a place to choose the type of fabric that you want for what you want made. So a lot of times people who are into it, even including casual, is because they want, quality, they want a specific kind of color. Because if you notice, when it's mass produced, you only find certain colors, like certain categories of colors. And it also depends on that season, what they want to release for that season, so that everybody can wear the same color, or whatever the case may be. But there are people who look for certain colors that they feel like will fit their skin color better, or will fit them better, or fit their look better, or just whatever, how they, there's various shades. So custom making, they get it made for them based on the quality of fabric. They get it made for them based on cuts, the style, the fitting. And it could even be as simple as t-shirts, because sometimes you're looking for V-neck t-shirt. I have a friend who, there are people who are looking for, say for instance, V-neck t-shirt. But hey, not just any kind of V-neck. You go to the store, you find a V-neck t-shirt, even expensive V-neck t-shirt. Either it's too low, you're like, okay, I don't want it this low. Or it's V-neck, but it's V-neck up too high, So some want the V-neck to land in a specific place, and they would custom make that. That's a t-shirt. And so it can go as far, bomber jacket, or it could go as far, and it could be high end too, like leather bomber jacket, or just everyday bomber jacket. So it could just be anything. So yes, outfits. And as mentioned, it falls into different categories, men and women. Second thing that people can custom make are shoes. And there are people who are already doing that, usually, especially people who have really large feet and they just cannot get their sizes in the store, so they already get things made, shoes made for them anyway. But not everybody falls in these categories. There are actually people who there's not they don't fall in the outliers, but they just like their shoes made for them. They just like certain kind of nice shoes. They just like it to fit a certain way, you know, and they just like, as mentioned, a different kind of style. So those type of people, they would go and custom make their shoes, especially if they don't want to be there searching forever, looking for one that is narrow, that looks like this and looks like that. You know what I mean? So there are people who are really specific, and that's a good thing because I actually know people personally who are into that. And it's always beautiful. I mean, and when they get what they want, is it's good. It's always good. It fits their legs well. It fits their, and when they go out, people are always, oh, where did you get your shoes from? And they say, oh yeah, I got it made for me. They're like, people are like, so that can be done? You got it made for you? How? Where? Who is the shoemaker? Who are the people who make these things? So, and I even, like I've mentioned about my boots experience too. Number 3, another thing you can custom make. Guess what? Houses. You can make your house built for you. And there are different levels of building things, building a house. There's different levels. There are some who will work with developers to have it and work with the developer's plan, but pick certain, pick the basic plan and then upgrade on it, or go to the higher end of custom building, which is that they find a particular developer who would make the house, who would make something really, who would build it for them, but it's not just a regular lot, like the regular everybody plan, but they make a very expensive plan for them, bigger homes than the usual. So that's another category. But then there are actually other categories that they're like build from the scratch, get their own lot, get their own architect, and build. Build it is not based on anybody's plan. They build it from the scratch and they get it to their own specification. They're involved in it. So that's another one. Usually those ones, they're really satisfied with it because it's exactly how they wanted it. Even the framework, the structure from the beginning, from the get-go, that is put into consideration. And even if you don't want to custom make your full house, there are situations where it's just a kitchen. The whole house, you're fine with it, but the kitchen, you would love for it to be improved. You would love to see certain things about it. Same applies to closet. And I have an example of a closet. Like our closet is really small. And as we grew into it, it even got smaller. And the normal way and the status quo, or the normal way that we've been taught to think, is like just get a bigger house, just get a whole huge mortgage and get something else. Just because, the closet is small, get a bigger closet. And guess what? That's, of course, more mortgage, bigger. There's so many things that come with that. But in this kind of situation, you can always just custom make your closet. You can find a carpenter who you really like their style, because all these artisans or craftsmen, quality craftsmen are so hard to find these days. But, if you're able to find one, you can custom make your closet and get it, like, no matter how small. For us, even though it's small, there are actually different spaces that could be utilized, that even at the end of the day, there is still room. So that's what we're working on right now. Like I said, I'm really into custom making, so you know how it goes. So yeah, and there will be room left, and you will have your closet, your clothes, your closet closed the way you want it. There's another thing that kind of takes me off, but one of them is, you hang your clothes and dusts. I don't know where these dust comes from, but you just see them on the shoulders where you hung them, or just on you, whatever. It can be is but at least you can custom make to maybe have glass doors, partition it the way you want it. You'll hung clothes a certain way, you'll folded clothes in a certain, certain areas you want it closed or you want it glass, so things of that nature. So those are things, I mean, there, and I'm just giving you all the general overview, but these are all different. There are also nuances and different things to put into consideration. Another thing that people custom make is furniture. Furniture. There are really people who are into that. Matter of fact, I think there is an app that will help you measure, that you can use to measure a room so that you can have the furniture made for you. There's so many things going on out there, that is gives you a wider range, wider platform to work with. Another thing that you can custom make is jewelries. We don't have a lot of goldsmiths around anymore. I mean, or people who make jewelries, but yes, you can custom make jewelries. You can make different styles, and there are different ways to go about it. For those you can find, there are people who have expensive jewelries, and maybe they lost one ear of it, or maybe a part of it broke, or whatever the case may be, and they can find a jeweler or a custom made jeweler who can actually melt it and make it into another design, or make it into something else. Maybe it was, one earring added to another amount of gold, or put some of them together, like put different, maybe earring here, this other here lost, or whatever, another style design of earring. You just have all of it. You don't have to throw them away. Keep them, because there are people out there, there are custom makers, jewelry custom makers, who would actually melt it and make it into another beautiful design for you, reconstruct it into another beautiful design for you. And those are actually, I've seen that a lot. For instance, it's hard to find quality earrings, quality loop earrings. You would find some really cheap ones, like Chinese store or whatever the case. But I'm talking about quality loop earrings, or gold loop earrings, or whatever category of material that you would want. It's hard to find those, or how you like it, in the store sometimes. So you can have your jeweler, custom maker, make that jewelry for you, the size of loop that you want, because there are different sizes, so the size of loop that you feel like fits you, or the size of, so there are so many ways to go about this. Is actually what I'm saying. Lots of opportunities. Another thing that you can custom make is bags, purses, for men, wallets, even belts, so you can custom make those and have it made specifically for you. Actually, and I'm going to go into this in another video, because everybody buys all those branded, say for instance, bags, or jewelries, or leather this, leather that, or just quality fabric, but it's branded, and they're astronomical amount of money that they place on it. Well, a lot of them to go to certain areas, certain places, to actually buy it at cheaper price. And there's another video that I'm going to create for this. They buy it at cheaper price, and they, just maybe just do a little bit of finishing, on it, and then slap their brand on it. Hey, it becomes times how much? Times whatever amount that they want to put on it. So you're paying for the name. You actually are paying for the name, not necessarily. So if you can actually have those, custom make those bags for you, to your own specification, to your own style, to your own size, to your own color, and they will make it for you. And it's 1/10 or half of the price of what you would pay branded. Except if you like just having brands, having showing everybody that you have a branded bag, or you have all those big names of bag. I mean, hey, to each his own. So accept that. But if you're somebody who doesn't care and you only care about quality, and maybe you're going into those because of the quality or because of the way they look, yeah, you can actually get it made specifically for you. Okay. So, and as mentioned, bags, there are people who are into getting their own watches made for them, So there's so many into this. And usually when people are into that, as far as watches, as far as, it's like, what's the word for it? It's so quality that it stands for a long time. It just not use and throw away or disposable. Like, they take a long time. They're made for you and they work for a long time. So, but then, excuse me, production too came into being because, I mean, how is capitalism going to survive? It has to survive that way. So, I mean, they have to create a culture where it's just wasteful. You just get something, you use it for, and it just gets destroyed and you throw it away. And listen, you did not pay midget for it. It still costs. It's still good cost, But hey, it's a disposable era where you use something for a little and then you just throw it away. You use something, you have a pair of shoes and the sole kind of like chipped a little bit, and instead of you having something that could be fixed about it, the other parts, it could be because everybody at the parties, so maybe it can be, they would just throw it away and hey, let's just get another one. But I think life could be better. It would be better if everybody just find ways to get things made for them. Now, in another video, I'm gonna create talk about my journey into finding craftsmen who makes up. But let me know if you're interested in this, actually, because I don't just want to be making these things. My goal is to educate and provide as much value and information as much as possible to get this, going for you if you're interested in it. But I just don't want to be talking about what I think you want to be hearing. I would love to hear your comments on what you are interested in hearing when it comes to this topics or things that be custom made for you. Let me know what you would love to know more about. Okay, leave it down in the comments below. All right then, well, see you next time.